Hey Scrappers, it's Vanessa and today is kit day. So I wanted to show you what I have pulled for my August stash kit. And I will say this is part new, part stash. So I'm going to go through and show you what I pulled. I basically built my kit around my Secret Not Secret kit for the month of July. And for the month of July, I had requested the Cocoa Vanilla Happiness collection, and so I have a lot of papers and things from that collection that you will see. So that is what I use to base my kit around. So what I'm going to do is show you first the embellishments and things that I pulled, since they're here up on top, and then we'll go through the papers. So the first thing I pulled is I have this really fun wood veneer. It has like a sticky backing like washi, but it is actually wood veneer. It's very thin, so you can actually punch it and die cut it, and I thought it would be really fun to try to use some of this in my layouts this month, whether I punch it or use it as borders, or just we'll see what kind of fun things I can do with this sort of wood veneer kind of texture. I love the texture of this wood, and that is going to bring a lot of interest to my layouts. So we are going to see what we can do with this month. And the wood veneer, or the wood color in the Happiness collection, is this lighter wood color, so I thought this was the perfect time to pull it out to try to use some of it. There's lots, so I'm definitely not going to kill this wood veneer, but this is one of the items. I have some sequins, so these ones are just for my stash. These are like a satin color. Lots of the colors that are in the Happiness collection, as well as I picked these little sequins from Honeybee Stamps. This was called Mermaid, and it's a lot of blues, which if you know me, you know I scrap with a lot of blues, and so I pulled those as well. So I think that's it for the, oh no, I do have some more sequins. I also pulled from Spiegelmom Scraps this Friesen for a Reason, and this has some pinks and white and yellow. Again, all of these colors show up in some way, shape, or form in the Happiness collection from Cocoa Vanilla, so lots of choices to use. I have just a few little, these are some tags here that you can watercolor. These were from a very old Amy Tangerine collection. I have these that I can hopefully get used up on some pages. I have a paper. This is actually from a piece of pattern paper that I cut out these doily shapes, so I threw in a couple of those into the kit. And then let me see here. I have some wood. This is not wood. These are word strips, is what I was trying to get out. Oh, and I have apparently a flare that I have in here as well that got stuck to this. So I have this little homemade epoxy flare that I did pull because it has the perfect blue color that's in this collection. Like I said, these are the word strips that I thought these colors work with the colors in this kit, so I might get some of these, put on some layouts. This has the turquoise green color with gold, and then these are pink with like a gray, but more like a gray or black text, so very usable for this kit. And then let's start with the thickers. I have several different thickers that I pulled, mostly because all of them have been used at some point, and so I want to get more of them used. This is a navy blue set from the Hip Kit, and so I'm going to try to get some more of these blue thickers used up. I also have this set of, I believe that's Fairy Tale thickers from American Crafts, and like I said, these I have used them quite a bit, and so there's not a ton left on this set, so I'm going to see what I can get made with this set. I do still have some vowels, so I should be able to get something out of this set. I have my very favorite thickers, which are the Happy thickers. And they're the gold with the kind of a mint green foam underneath, and so I love these. There's lots of letters in this package, so even though it is used, I definitely have enough to get quite a few titles out of this. I also pulled this Amy Tan, and the cover it's covering up the name, so I can't actually remember what the name of these were. I don't know, but they're like a white wood grain thicker, kind of like a scripty font for this one. So again, these have been used, but lots are left to make some titles. I pulled one pink from the, which is called The Other Half, and these again have been used, but this is the pink color that I grabbed for this kit. And lastly, for my thicker titles, I am going with this Charmed set of thickers, or I guess it's called Charm, and it is a craft with a tiny gold sparkly dot on it. So I've used these once or twice, maybe just once, and so there's plenty on here to make some titles, and it definitely coordinates with the papers really well. I think this color works really good with this collection. So now it is on to some of the embellishments and the main things that came in my kit. So I have, like I said, it was based off the Cocoa Vanilla Happiness collection, so I have the clear stickers. So you'll likely see me put some of these at some point on white cardstock and cut around them, because I like to do that with anything that's transparent, like washi tape and stickers like this. So I love these, they're beautiful. This whole collection was one of my favorites that I've had in a long time. Just the colors and the watercolor florals, it's beautiful collection. This is the set of stickers. So it's a 6x12 sticker sheet, lots of word stickers, and then lots of elements up here at the top. Again, in those beautiful colors, that watercolory feel. Absolutely love it. Love the butterflies. Big fan. And then I have the entire package of ephemera from the Cocoa Vanilla collection, and I will hold this up so you can get a look at everything that is in this beautiful collection. I love those florals. I could have like 10 packages of this and never get tired of looking or using those florals. They are beautiful. And then I have again another one of those homemade flair. This one has love. And then I also have in this little baggie, I put together just from things from my stash that I had in bins and little baskets just around my desk. I just had some little embellishment pieces that I pulled that coordinated with the colors in some way. I had some of these little flowers that I created with from Altenew dies. I have some little mason jars. I have some little florals that I cut from some washi. I have this arrow. So lots of little bits and pieces. I have 3 of the flair that actually go with the Cocoa Vanilla collection, as well as these cute little enamel bows, which will be really fun, and they coordinate really well with the collection. So I just have all these little bits and pieces that I can use. I actually have a whole huge roll of this floral washi tape that I figure if I want a different take on a floral that has the same kind of feel as the florals in this collection, I can definitely break out some more of this washi tape and cut some more of these florals, because I think they work perfectly with this collection. It's not exactly the same colors, but fairly close when you put them beside each other. And so yeah, again, these are just other little things. The kit also had these little tiny puffy hearts, which I absolutely love. Again, work perfectly with the colors in this kit. And so yeah, lots of just little fun pieces to embellish. I figured I had the entire embellishment die cuts, and so I didn't need to pull too much from my stash. I will be, hopefully, I will likely use this, I should say, to back some cut files at some point over the course of the month from my Creative Cuts Club kit, and so I'm sure that some of these papers will be used for backing cut files, if not making full layouts from that kit at some point. This is the tissue paper that the kit came in, and so I always kind of keep that in my kit just in case I want to use it. I sometimes will back my photos with a little bit of this tissue paper. These were the thickers that came in my kit, and they are the Journey thickers. I believe these were from Paige Evans' collection. Was it the Horizon collection? I'm pretty sure. And so they definitely coordinate, like here's the piece of the main piece of the Happiness collection, and like you can see, these definitely coordinate really well with the colors in this kit. I love the colors, the florals in this. It very much feels very feminine and colorful and summer. It kind of screams, you know, summer and fun in the sun kind of thing. So carrying right along with my beachy kind of fun in the sun theme from last month. So these are the papers. All the ones from Cocoa Vanilla are the ones that came in my Secret Not Secret kit, and everything else that I will show after these papers are from my stash, so I will let you know. But this is obviously the floral from that collection. It is stunning. I absolutely love it. The back is equally as stunning in this beautiful navy with this like kind of just, it's not a polka dot, it's kind of like just a splatted white dot almost, and this was Botanical Bliss. So beautiful. Absolutely love it. I just love this collection. I can't say enough about it. This one here is a fun, colorful polka dot on that side, and then this side has this beautiful watercolor painted effect around the outside of it, and it is called Sprinkles is the name of this one. So beautiful pattern paper. Sorry about the autofocus on this one. So yeah, love this one too, so make a great background. The next one up is this beautiful rainbow paper. I love this. I've seen lots of people use this, so I can't wait to make something with this pattern paper. I'm not sure. I love both sides of all these papers, so it's going to be so hard to choose. It's going to be one of those things where I have a feeling I'm going to have a lot of white paper backgrounds just so I can use both sides of these beautiful papers. The back side of this one is this watercolory blue pattern paper. I absolutely love it. This one was called Good Vibes. So just beautiful. This color is stunning. So I absolutely love it. And I apparently have forgotten to turn off my autofocus, so I do apologize. I'm trying to keep my hand in the frame of the camera so that it won't lose focus. This is the kind of cut aparts with all the Polaroids, lots of good word options, even some title kind of options on this one. And then the back has this green kind of tribal pattern almost. It goes like from an ombre, this green into this turquoise color down here on a diagonal. So this one was called Frame of Mind. So really fun. I do like that one a lot. I have to say this is my favorite, so I probably will use more of this than the green side. This beautiful wreath, I've seen lots of people use this one as well. I really would love to fussy cut and use this wreath on a layout, but I love the other side of the paper, so I'm totally torn on how I will actually end up using this paper. It is, again, stunning. The florals are just, they're just beautiful. And then this navy heart, I mean, you can't go wrong with a heart paper ever. This one was called So Fresh, and it's just, it's so cute. All these little hearts. I love hearts. Like one of my favorite things to use on my layouts is hearts. So cute. Here is the other cut apart with the 3x4 journaling kind of, or not journaling cards, but 3x4 cards that you can cut apart. Lots of usable things here. I don't necessarily use the 3x4 card itself, but plenty of things to fussy cut out and use, like these butterflies, these hearts, these labels. It's just beautiful. I love it. Again, the colors just are spectacular in this whole kit. And this one is called Little Things, and this just has that sort of turquoise color with kind of, again, those kind of painted dots almost on the background. So beautiful, so pretty. I also have this beautiful mixed media background where you don't even have to do any work for this. You literally could just do your layout, your photos and things right on top of this paper. You don't even have to touch it. It is stunning just the way it is. I absolutely love it. So it is so beautiful with all the colors from this kit. This one was called Expressive. And the back side just has all these plus signs, watercolored pink with the plus signs in white. Really pretty. Again, I love both sides. I want to be able to use both sides, so I am going to have such a hard time figuring out how to use the papers in this collection. I'm trying to tell myself not to hoard them. That's the worst part about it too, is I love this collection so much. It was hard to not just hoard it and never use it. I could just frame it and put it in my scrap room because I absolutely love this collection. It's stunning. The next one is the butterfly paper, which butterflies, they have my heart. I love butterflies. I would use them on every layout. And I do use them on quite a few layouts, so one of my favorites. So this one, again, is one of those ones where I want both sides because this has all the butterflies that I want to fussy cut, but when you turn it over, you have this stunning wood grain, and I love a wood grain. I love wood grain paper. And this one is called Bright and Beautiful, and you can never go wrong with a wood grain. So yeah, this one is really hard. Why do they put such beautiful patterns on both sides? Like, make it easier and make one ugly so I can have an easier choice. So I may have to cut this one down the middle so I can use a bit of both because I really want to fussy cut those butterflies too. This collection is just, it's killing me because the papers are so pretty. This one again has that pink with like an orangey pink watercolored background. It is called Meadow, and the back is this really cute little floral. It's a smaller scale floral. I'm not as in love with this one, so this might be easier to use the other side and not be so upset about it, but I definitely like this. I think it's great. It uses all the colors. It's this cute little floral. Again, it's going to be a hard choice. This whole collection is going to be a hard choice. I also had in my kit this specialty piece of cardstock that has the cut file and then all the patterns, so everything is already done for you. It's kind of like those Paige Evans kits that she did with one of her collections where she would give you the die cut and then the background already had sort of everything laid out that I could just literally put a photo and then do some embellishments and a title, and this layout would be done very quickly because all the work's been done for me. I'm not sure that that's what I'm going to end up doing. We will see. But yeah, stay tuned on how I end up using this. I don't always follow the instructions and use it in the way it's intended, so we'll see what I come up with for this, but it's definitely fun, and if I am short on time and wanting to create but don't have a lot of time to sit in my scrap room, maybe I will just use it as it was intended, and I'm sure no matter what I do to it, I would have a beautiful layout just for the fact of how stunning this collection is. Now, these are the papers that I pulled from my stash to coordinate it with that Cocoa Vanilla collection, because I figured if I was going to want to use both sides of those papers especially, I should probably have something I can use for a background and not necessarily always use white cardstock, which I absolutely can. and I probably will use quite a few. But I did pull from one of my, this is actually a paper kit, or not a paper kit, a paper pad that was all watercolor backgrounds. And so the colors on some of the papers actually went perfectly with the happiness collection, and so I grabbed a few of those. So I don't remember the name of the collection or of the paper pad, but if you want to know, leave me a comment down below and I will let you know what the name of it was. I don't know if it's still available. I believe I had gotten it at Tuesday morning, so I don't know that it would be at Michael's or one of the big box stores. But this again is a watercolored background with sort of all the colors that are in that happiness collection, and so this will make a perfect background or just a different layer on some of my layouts. I have this peachy pink, which again is also in the collection, and it is a polka dot in the background. It goes from that ombre light to dark. So again, very usable, easy. I can definitely use this as a background if I want. So coordinates perfectly with this collection. I have here this tone on tone sort of geometric pattern in the background, and this is that purpley pink color that's in the collection. And so I thought this one would be really fun, very usable for a background that gives you some interest and some sort of almost like a little bit of a texture without having to do any work to it. I could just use this as a background. The next one is a sort of, again, a watercolored background that has like the lighter pink down to the darker pink. And I know that there's been some collections, sorry, I apologize for the camera. I really need to turn off the auto focus on this camera. It does not always play nice when I'm showing pattern papers. But Paige Evans had a couple of collections, and even maybe Chamel had a couple papers that were like this in some of their collections that kind of did this gradient in the same kind of fashion with the colors, and I really like how it looks. Now this one is going toward the green, blue, and gray kind of turquoise colors for this one with a text in the background, and it really goes this way. I should have it this way. And so I grabbed this one because again all of the colors coordinate with the collection perfectly, and so I thought that makes a good background, or I always like to have a text print, and so this was kind of a fun one to pull for this kit. Now these I don't think I would use for a background. It is a sort of orange and pink stripe, but I thought definitely to have another option for layering behind photos or just more pattern to use on my layouts, that this was a good option. And this one as well, I'm not sure I would use it for a background, but this is a pink watercolor background with all these polka dots, and some of the polka dots have like this peachy orange color in it, and so again another good layering piece to put with the papers in this kit. This one here again has the colors from the collection, and it is just a watercolored background with some darker and lighter areas. It looks like they like dragged like one of those brush tools kind of through it when they did the paint, and it was almost like a dry brush technique on this one. So really, really pretty texture that it gives in the background of this pattern paper. And then last but not least, I have two pattern papers. Both of these, or one of them is from Maggie Holmes and the other one is from a paper pad that I have no idea what this one's from, but they're just two wood grains, so I went with like the lighter wood grains that kind of were the same as the wood grain in the Happiness collection. So I have this lighter wood grain, and then I have this lighter wood grain from the Maggie Holmes. Maybe this was the Gather collection. I kind of forget which one, or maybe this might have been Bloom. So like I said, you can never go wrong with a wood grain, and I figured that butterfly paper, if I was going to use all of the butterflies, or I was only going to use half the pattern paper for the wood grain side, these gave me some wood grain options to have in my kit, because I do like to have a wood grain background every once in a while for layouts, so I have some options that I can use. But with that, this is going to be my August stash kit. I can't believe I'm saying August already, but this is the stash kit that I plan to use for August, so stay tuned to see what I create with this really fun kit. The colors are just beautiful, so I'm excited to get to play with all of these beautiful products from Cocoa Vanilla. And guys, I will catch you on the next video. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.